Investigators used the DNA of a half-sister to identify a woman killed 30 years ago. And tonight we hear from that sister. This is KOAM News at 6. Now, earlier this week, authorities announced that they had finally identified a woman found dead back in December of 1990 in McDonald County. The woman they had been calling Grace Doe was actually Shauna Beth Garber. Authorities believe Garber was raped and killed, her body abandoned on Oscar Talley Road in McDonald County. The case had gone cold for 30 years until advanced DNA technology led investigators to Garber's half-sister. That half-sister had been searching for Garber for nearly as long as the case has been active. KOAM Zach Dodge has the story.
Danielle Pixler has been trying to answer a question for almost 3 decades.
I was told so many different stories that you did have a brother and a sister and you don't. And I was like, I want to know.
Pixler says she, her brother Rob, and sister Shauna went through the foster care system and were separated when they were young.
I remember a couch, what was on the back of the couch. And I know, there was 2 people, siblings.
Knowing that she had family out there, when she was 18, she started looking for those siblings. She found her brother Rob, but Shauna was still out there.
I printed her pictures off. I randomly would get into phone books all over, like California. You name it, I did it. I was bound determined to find her.
She later learned that Shauna had been in foster care in Garnett, Kansas, but didn't know beyond that what happened to her. So the search continued for 28 years until in January 2021, she heard from Michael Hall at the McDonald County Sheriff's Office. He called to tell her that she might be related to the victim of a 30-year-old cold case.
I was like, what? I thought somebody was scamming me or something.
She then went to the Topeka Police Department to give a DNA sample, and in late March, the results were in. The cold case victim, who had been referred to as Grace Doe, was her sister Shauna.
I was freaking out. I was like I said, I was overwhelmed. Of course, I was crying, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this.
So Pixler had found her long-lost sister. And while it wasn't the outcome she was hoping for, it was still relieving in a way to have some closure.
I just needed that. We all needed that. And it was rough because, I was having dreams and nightmares, and I just didn't know what to think.
There are still a lot of questions, the main one being who killed her. But she wanted to share her story so the others in her shoes don't give up hope on finding answers.
Anything can happen. 50-some years later, you can find out. Don't stop looking. Don't stop. Don't.
Zach Dodge, KOAM News.
Investigators ask anyone with information that could help the case to call the McDonald County Sheriff's Office. The big break in the case was thanks to new advanced DNA technology at Texas-based company Othram. The company used advanced DNA testing and forensic genealogy to put together a genetic family tree for Garber that helped them find several possible matches, which led them to Pixler.
To be able to help move the needle in any way is very rewarding. And then, of course, it's extremely exciting when we get, really good information to give them and give that to them. And then when we see the whole thing come to full circle and get an identity, it's just great for everyone involved.